Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 11 of our On the Mod 6 to the Sky Let's Play series. Where today we're going to continue working towards getting a refined storage system set up, but this dude here, I keep just looking at this sugarcane growing ever taller. This dude decided to show up, and I want to see what he has for us. Thunder Forged leg guards. Protection 5, mending and breaking. I mean, those are actually fairly decent pants, but not for 45 emeralds. I'm okay. Thank you, my friend. Bubble coral blocks, though. You know, there may be a need for coral at some point. I'm going to go ahead and, like, if we look at coral, we may need this for monster balls, capturing monsters. That would be nice. Less so important in a skyblock, but still fairly important. Maybe there really isn't anything that we need coral for. Yeah, you can rehydrate it, and we can break it into bubble coral. You are used for what? Mana weaving for mana and artifice. Okay, not too much. I'll go ahead and buy one just so that we have it. And then where'd he go? Oh, he's invisible. Is he doing that thing? Or did he just disappear? His llamas are gone too. All right, well, I think he dipped. He got what he wanted and he dipped. Okay. All right, well, so that is one bubble coral block just for future in case we ever need it. Also, the string doesn't belong in this chest, but that's going to be moot in just a few minutes here. So we need to continue. In between episodes, I went ahead and where is it at? I made our 64K storage disk. It was a lot of like miscellaneous crafting getting to these parts. Because I had to make all of these, which required at least 3 of these, which required at least 3 of these. So that was 9 of these per. And then, yeah, it was a lot of tedious crafting. As you can see, we're almost out of processor bindings. So I'm going to need to go ahead and, stand in the pit of lava, doom, death over here until I die. Almost. I hope I don't die. Also, in the comments of the episode that came out today, which is July 10th, I think it's episode like 5, I think. Let me double check. Hang on, I'm looking here real quick. Go back. Episode 6, the ore doubling with thermal episode that I put out. If you remember, I had a diamond furnace and I broke it and it disappeared. I thought it fell off the edge. It turns out that it's this pickaxe. This pickaxe has efficiency, and when I broke the diamond pickaxe, it was not the correct level of pickaxe. If you look up at the top at our Wayla tooltip up here, it says, check pickaxe, tier that's required is tier 0 wood. Apparently, the diamond furnace required something that could do diamond. This is not able to break diamond stuff. It is not iron level. So when I broke it, it disappeared. It was gone. And I didn't notice because it broke so fast because of the efficiency 5 on here. And the mod probably doesn't have it set. So like, when you break obsidian or something that's non-tiered, it's supposed to take forever like this is because this is the incorrect tool. It didn't do that. It just broke instantly and disappeared. So yeah, that is where that went. If y'all were curious as to what happened there, it makes complete sense now. And it's completely my fault. I didn't realize it and I didn't notice it. But yeah, anyway, so that's what happened with that. Like if you look at these diamond chests, nope, they're tier 0 too. So yeah, whatever. But that's that. So anyway, refined storage continuing. So we have everything we need here to get refined storage pretty much going. Crafting grid, disk drive, and a controller, plus we have our storage disk. So we need to get it set up. So let's go ahead and break these. And break this, and this crafting station can go away. And conveniently, we have power sitting right there. So we just need to put our controller down. And it's going to say, oh, it had no power, but now it does. Get our disk drive set up and our crafting grid. Bam. And now we have access to a refined storage system. However, can't put anything in here, right? Because we got to put our disk in. So we go to our disk drive, we add our storage disk in, and we can now hold 64,000 items inside of this bad boy. So if I add my crushed netherrack in there, bam, and we have our crushed netherrack. A couple different settings that we have here that we may want to change. First, sorting type is quantity and descending. That is fine. Our search box type, I generally try to keep it JEI synchronized. So if I'm over here and I search for netherrack, it searches over here as well. I don't like JEI synchronized auto selected because sometimes when I get in here, I want to hit recipe on these and you can't. You got to like hold control or shift or control shift. I don't remember. I don't even remember because I don't ever use it. So I usually keep it on JEI synchronized. There's also JEI synchronized two-way where if I type netherrack here or I come over here and I type gold, it will search it up here. I do like the two to be separate because sometimes I want to have something pulled up here and here as well. So I always keep that on JEI synchronized. And then you have your size modes, small, medium, large, or stretch. Generally, I'll keep it on stretch or large. It just really depends on what my UI settings are in here. And right now I have it on, I think it's like 2 or something. It's weird. But yeah, so refined storage, we have it. It is set up. Now, I do want to add everything into refined storage. However, there is a couple caveats with this first. We need to handle all of this stuff because if we start dumping things into refined storage without handling all of these, it's gonna, I did it again. Remember how last episode I said do not middle click, it will delete your mesh? Yep, just did it again. That's unfortunate. Anyway, so yeah, that's not going to run for a while until I get another mesh in there. And this guy's just slowly cranking away, getting us some ender pearls. But yes, all of this stuff is going to very quickly backstuff our system because all of these pieces need their process done, and then they need the chunks processed, and then they need pulverized and smelted, and then ultimately we need to have drawers down here with ingots. So we're going to have drawers down here, I think, with our ingots and our like redstone and all that stuff. The question then becomes is how do we do this? What is our best way? Refined storage, we could set up a interface down here, which would not require us to have these pipes run down here anymore. We would set up an interface here and then have everything get piped into our system. And then from there, it gets piped out into, say, the crafter or the drawers, depending on what it is. Most likely, I think that's going to be the way we're going to go. And then we would just set up an external storage on the drawer controller, and we'd be good to go. It's just going to require us to make an interface. Now, doing it this way, everything is going to go into our refined storage system at some point, and then it will get exported out to its respective destination. So if we set up a drawer controller with an external storage on there, we can have everything store into the drawers, and then we can set a exporter into the crafter, and then it'll pump into the drawers as well. I think that might be the best way for us to go. So let's go ahead and work towards getting that. So we need a couple things. So let me get rid of some of this stuff. Kind of. This is going to be difficult because now I have stuff everywhere. I don't have access to any of it. All of this stuff, it may be best for me to just dump into the system. What are we going to need? First off, we're going to need some cables, right? From from refined storage, we're going to need some cables. So let's bookmark cables. We're going to need an interface. Where is refined storage interface? We're also going to need a, that's an interface. We're going to need external storage. We're going to need an exporter. And pipes are going to pull into the interface. It's going to all dump into the system. And then we're going to have an external storage set up on a drawer controller. Okay. We're also going to need drawers at We're going to need some compacting drawers. We're also going to want some regular drawers. We're going to need a key. We're going to need, we're going to want upgrades for these eventually. For now, I'm going to hold off. Auto converts compatible items. Oh, this is for OR dictionary. Oh, that's kind of convenient. For things that for some reason just don't OR dictionary properly, it will OR dictionary for you. Cool. So that is those. And then we're going to need we have an exporter, and then we're going to pump into, we're going to need an importer. No. Yes. 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 We're going to need an importer. We're going to need to import into this so it can process export out of this. We may end up building another pulverizer and furnace setup and put it downstairs so we can have that all automated. And if we need to do anything manually, we can. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so that is our setup to automate our ore processing from our machine and get everything accessible with our refined storage to where we need to go. That is what we need to do. So also, I have enough ender pearls now, so let's go ahead and take these. And actually, we can just take all of this stuff and dump it into here. And let's make elevators. So let's get the string. So string is going to make us some wool. And then we need elevator. Yeah, white elevator. That's what we're looking for. And I need one. And I need more string. Bam, and bam. So now we'll be able to get up and down those stairs significantly faster. And I say stairs, but I mean my dirt chunk here. So what we'll do is just punch through this dirt, but not waste our tools durability. So let's set this elevator up here. And then pop down here, and this elevator is going to go right here. And it should, in theory, sit flush. Yes. So now we can get up and down. Much better. Also, if you didn't know, you can change the color of the elevators if you right-click it with a object. So like a tile. If I were to right-click this, it would take the color of this slab, and then it will blend in. I don't necessarily want to do that right now because I want to know where they are. I may change it out for dark glass so we can see through it. Do I have any extra dark glass? Oh, yeah. So if I do this, bam, it took the color and you can see down. So if I do this, but that is now our elevators. Pretty sweet. So we're going to have our drawer controller is going to end up sitting here. I came down here so I can remove all of this stuff as much as I can from this area at least. And you are going to do your thing in a little bit because we're going to set you up with the recipes. And to be honest, you actually don't even need to be down here anymore because we're going to set up exporters and importers so you can go pretty much anywhere. You do need room for me to pick that up though, so just get out of here. Oh, the magnet picked up that slab that I threw. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to get an interface set up on these guys, and then that way it'll start dumping into the system. So we need cables is our first thing that we're going to need is cables. And we actually have everything we needed for cables. I'm very surprised. We're going to need some more cables, so which means we're going to need... I guess it's pulling from my... Oh, I did have glass. I didn't realize I had glass on hand in my inventory. How many more can I make? No? Okay, out of glass. Okay, cool. So the cables are going to come down here. And I just ran into our first issue we are going to have is I need to be able to access the bottom side of that to get... I need to move the... controller down one because I'm gonna need to be able to access the sides of the controller to run the cables so I can hook it up. So the controller is actually gonna have to go here. Sulfur dust, get out of here. Crafting grid, I guess. Disc. Give me the controller. Inventory is a mess. That is dark glass. Bam. And then the crafting grid is going to go not there. Get out of here. Sleeping bag, disk drive. And then the crafting grid can go there. A little low. I don't necessarily like the look of that, but we will we'll rearrange as we go. Where did that disk drive go though? There we go. Okay, cool. So we have access to everything again. And now I can reroute those cables. So I have my cables on me, yes. And these cables, yes. Do I have a building block to get up there? Yes. To the side, because that block of bedrock is right in our way. Okay, so we need to reconnect these. Excuse me, sir. Where is my axe? Yeah, that's fine. Just want to break one of those slabs. Bam. Disconnect you. And there we go. Now everything's hooked back up there and we can get our cables run. Okay, cool. So the cables are going to come and they are going to run over to this side so that they can be exported. So we just kind of got to, you know, as best we can. And then we're just going to go back down and pillar back up. I need to look into a jetpack as well at some point. I know there are jetpacks in this, and that will make this so much easier. Let me tell you, this was a pain when I expanded our base. Let's look at a wood jetpack in the future. Come on. And I am absolutely in the way, so it's not going to place right here, but and those don't need to be there anymore. That was a fall. Oh, the joys of a skyblock. I do love a skyblock though. Place. Thank you. And then now we should be able to do this, and it's going to run that there, and we should be able to break those in a moment when we climb up there. Okay. And then we can break that and that. And to be honest, no, not that, because we'll have the interface actually go right there. Yeah, okay, cool. So that is where that's going to go. So let's go back up top and get the interface set up so things can start importing into the system. This little measly little crafting grid here. Eventually we'll get a pattern grid, so we'll raise that up. So we want an interface, right? Interface is going to require us to get some more quartz enriched iron, an importer, a machine casing, and an exporter, which are going to require destruction core, which are going to require basic processors. So we're going to need quite a few of these, which are going to require us to get more silicon. Goodness gracious. Let's put our pipes away. You know what? Whatever. For now, we will dump everything into here. It can be fixed later. I was just trying to be efficient and not have to go back through and dump everything into the drawers and export all the stuff out. But at this point, it's becoming prohibitive. It's making this take too long. So we're just going to dump it all in there. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Oh, look, I had an extra mesh. I can get that guy running. I didn't realize. Oh, you know what? That was from my sieve that I had over there. Nice. Let's put that guy here. We can go put that back in there. And again, remember, do not shift click this inventory ever. Such a waste. Okay, so that is all of that. Let's go ahead and grab our ingots that we have over here, which we have a lot of. Bam. And we have a lot of copper. Cool. All right. So that should let us work at least. So what we need is silicon. So we need to get some quartz cooked up, which we do have some. So let's go ahead and cook this up. And we might have some more over here. Not much. What if I take that out? Let's take out the inferium, the netherite scrap, everything but the essentially but the ore pieces. Give me that, give me that, give me that. And these fluic seeds, to be honest, I don't really need. We're not using applied energistics, so it's not necessary to have these fluic seeds, so I may just have them sent to a trash can at some point. That may be where they end up going. Let's grab this redstone just in case I need it. Nether quartz dust. This can be resmelted into nether quartz rest, yes. Or energetic something or other. Okay, cool. So let's dump those in there. Bam, bam. And we should have our silicone almost all done. And then we need these. We're going to need to get more. I forgot. We need more processor bindings. Yep. So we're going to have to go get some more slime. So let's eat our fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. And stand here for a minute until we get enough. We really need to find another way to get slime, though. Go ahead. Botania cactus, probably going to be our next best bet for slime. And not enough. Okay, so we got 2. I don't know if I have anything to make fruit salad, though. Excuse me, you're supposed to be JEI synchronized. What do we got? Apples? All right, well, we got apples. Let's go ahead and at least finish that one off. And by the way, if you ever end up in a situation like this where you have like not enough, you can either export it and then break this. Bam, and it'll get rid of it. Or if you break your controller, you'll get rid of whatever, you know, leftover you had in there. So let's make processor bindings. As many of those. So that was 24. And then we'll be able to make a few more of these. Cook all those up. Give me that stuff. Bam, bam. Okay, so interface. We need a machine casing, so that is pretty easy to make. And then we need a importer, which requires a destruction core. And I had this bookmarked somewhere. An improved processor, so we're going to need one of these. I'm going to assume we're going to need one for the exporter, so let's go ahead and cook that up too. And done, maybe someday. Done. Okay, so that was a importer, and then we're going to need an exporter, and then we should be able to make a interface. We just need more quartz enriched iron. Bam. Cool. So that is the interface. So what we can do is now go downstairs and have everything. Probably should take a nap, though I put my bed away. Bag. Sleeping bag. Go ahead and put this stuff away. Oh, it's so nice to have refined storage, though. Having an empty inventory, it drives me nuts. Having all that stuff just floating around in my inventory with nowhere for it to go and too much work to manage it. I put my time in a bottle away, though, and I didn't get any building blocks. This is what happens. Time in a bottle. I also need... Let's get the Dank. Let's go ahead and just grab a Dank. We should have coal somewhere in here. Yeah. Don't forget, we have all this stuff to work with, too, that we need to get processed. So there's Dank Tier 1, which wants us to get a barrel. And then we can upgrade this with a bunch of redstone. What is that? 8 blocks of redstone. Good. We had enough. Okay. And then we can upgrade this with blocks of gold. Do I have enough gold for that? I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And blocks of emeralds is prohibitive, so we are good to go. Okay, so let's grab the cobble that I know we have some of in here, and we can set this. So for the Dank, if you've never used the Dank before, it has 2 modes. It has a bag mode and it has a construction mode. In bag mode, you can put your items in here and you can set it to pick up all, filtered pickup, or void pickup. I generally do void pickup. The tier 3 Dank can hold 4,096 of any one type of item, and it has what is this, 27 slots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so 9 times 3 is 27, so 27 different slots of items that it can hold. So if I put my cobblestone in here, it will now be able to hold 4,096 cobblestone in this slot, and it will pick it up for me automatically if I were to, you know, if you were playing in a normal block or a normal mod pack, not a sky block, and you broke it, it would pick it up for you. Pretty handy. It will also void it. So if you're down in a mine and you're mining and you're always filling up your inventory with cobble, this solves that problem because it will void it after it gets to the 4,096. And that's in bag mode. And you can really put anything in here. You can store interfaces, you can store your fruit salad, whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. In construction mode, though, you can see over in the left-hand side of my hotbar, it is in construction mode, and I can now place the block that it is set to. And you can change it with shift and scroll wheel. I only have 1 item in there, so it's not going to let me change it. But as you can see here, we're going to pick these up, and you can see it did a little bounce. All of the cobblestone went back into the Dank. Super handy when you're mining, or you just, you know, you want building blocks. Like I can put like the dark oak, I can put all that stuff, or the slabs in here, so we always have slabs on hand. It also works when you are, like, if you have your Dank and you had it set to a different one, if you shift click, it'll if you look at a block and you middle click, it will switch to that respective block. One of my favorite mods. Absolutely fantastic. Keeps your inventory super clean. 1 block doing all the work. I do love things such as that. So I got my building blocks. I have this. I have the interface. I need to get my morphing tool so I can set all those pipes to extract so we can start dumping stuff into our refined storage. And like I said, we're going to fill this up fairly quickly once all this stuff starts running. So I'm not super duper looking forward to that, but it's okay. We will get everything solved fairly quickly. So let's get rid of this. And we also don't need all of this here either. Should pick it all up. Yeah. Okay. Interface is going to go right here, and that is now online. So let's get our Dank back out, and we need to set all of these to extract, so it's going to be a little bit janky getting to these, but we need to get to all of these and set them to extract, nope, extract, you, disconnect you, and you're already set. Okay, so items should be coming into here, and they are being imported into the system. Now, this interface is not very fast right now. We do need to get some speed upgrades and stuff going on with him. Which one's my center block? This one? Let's not break the wrong block, yeah. But now we have everything being imported into our refined storage system. And I need some slabs so I can fix those holes, but I will get to that in a moment. Slab, birch slab. Let's go ahead and actually, we'll just go ahead and put the slabs in here. Let's grab a bunch of slabs. So that way I always have slabs on me of all the varying types. Yeah, I don't really use cobblestone that much. And now we can demonstrate. So if I go down here, you see right now it's set to the cobblestone. If I look at this and I middle mouse click, bam, switched over. Or if I scroll wheel, shift scroll wheel, it'll start cycling through what we have to build with. Pretty handy. One of my favorite mods, like I said. Okay, so if we look into our refined storage system after I eat this fruit salad, we're going to start seeing all of this stuff that's being imported is going to start showing up in here. A little bit inconvenient, but we'll work with it in the future. We'll get everything going. But now, you can feed these guys, by the way, if you give them food. Look, you got a speed boost of 7.75, but he's unable to keep up because the interface downstairs can't keep up with the exporting, but that's okay. We will just dump all of this in here and we're good to go. So that is refined storage with an interface set up to do all of our processing, or well, to start getting all of our stuff into our refined storage system. I don't know why I keep picking up. It's like some of these are dumping out into the world, which I don't like. Look, it just did it again. I got another one. Something's dumping into the world. I don't know what it is. I don't like that. Dumping items out into the world is going to create lag. So, yeah. Anyway, so that is that. So next episode, we're going to go ahead and set our crafter back up somewhere so that it can start processing all of these ore pieces. So we're going to get an exporter, export into the crafter, and then it'll probably honestly... I don't know. Where do we want to put that? Probably down here, maybe behind, like we'll set up our drawer storage behind there. We can have it and then pipe everything in. I think that'll be okay for now. But yeah, that's that. So if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.